everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson, with David Aldridge roaming the sideline. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Ldlc. He's out there with Jones. And it's Bonga in at the 3 spot. From deep, sinks the triple.
And that'll start us off already. You can feel the tension in this arena.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Jones. Pass to Bonga. Banked in off the glass. Bonga's got 5 points so far.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Satoransky finds Parker. Shot clock at 6. High post shot. With the clock winding down and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Here's Medu, and there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
And the home team has possession. 6 to shoot. Defended by Jones. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Bonga, covered by Parker, to the left side wing. Davies, the pass to Ldlc. The layup off target.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Satoransky looking around. Pass to Parker. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Parker. Here's Medu. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Jones, the pass to Davies. Okrzewski with the ball. Goes back up. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Fires the 3. They get the rebound. Here's Medu. And he dunks it down.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Here's Ldlc. Nothing on the board. He takes it in. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Fleshing out his offensive game over time. Ldlc wants to keep improving in the paint.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. Magic Superstar says it's like anything in life, it's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. And so he makes both from the line.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
Here's a chance for them to retake the lead.
And they have done well to stick around these last few minutes.
Here's Jones. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Satoransky. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. 40 seconds left in the first. On the wing, Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Inside, here's Davies. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Out to the right wing.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
Good on both. Here's Jones. 15 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Takes it inside. Fires from deep. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Up by 1. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They are playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
They've got Jones. He's out there with Brown. And it's Washington in at the point guard position. 6 on the shot clock. Anderson, a screen on Jones. Here's Ldlc. And Jones pulls it down.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
And it's Brown missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Got a hand on it. And here is Washington. He's covered by Anderson for 3. Washington, that's good. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Here's Ldlc. It's up, and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. Here's Lundberg, still without a basket. Washington kicks to Jones. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
The kick out to Anderson. Pass to Ldlc. Here's Fall. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Lundberg. Fires for 3. Rebound by Ldlc. He's covered by Washington. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Lundberg. Back to Washington.
Home team foul. Number 8. First personal foul. First team foul.
Takes a shot at the elbow. Fall with the rebound. And here's Anderson for three. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Jones looking for an opening. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Makes it off the glass. We've got 1:48 left here in the second. Washington with it, driving to the basket.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. There's a screen. Here's Laprovitola. Good work defensively by Jones. Here's Lundberg. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Washington. Floats one, and the layup is up and in.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Washington's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. To the paint. Gets it to go. That one good from Fall. Fall's got his first bucket of the night.
That is a perfect placement of that dime. Just guided it right to him.
Pass to Washington. Five on the clock. It's up a 3. They get it again. Round the pass to Jones. Here's Washington. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Shooting for the away team.
And the first one drops.
Dwayne Washington Jr. at the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And here in the second quarter, he's starting to work himself to the free throw line. That's a good move.
Here's Laprovitola. The kick out to Anderson. Over to the wing. Pass to Vesely. Here's Laprovitola. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. They're up by 9. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention.
When your team is at peak performance, who do you credit first?
The big man. Without rebounds, you won't win many games. Plus,
And turning our attention to the first half, a positive start for the visiting team.
bench mob.
And that about wraps it up.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Here's Satoransky. Parker out there with Medu. Then there's Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 1. From past the arc. Defended by Jones. Shot clock at 5. Going inside. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
They've got Jones. Bo Kushevsky is out there with Ldlc. And it's Bonga in at the small forward.
And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Jones drives in, laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Jones has got his second bucket of the night. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Satoransky. From downtown, Bonga pulls it in.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Jones from outside. Again, the miss by Jones.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Medu, pass to Hernan Gomez. Parker outside. Now, here's Satoransky. And there's the drive, and it's good. The time running down on the shot clock. Satoransky's got his second bucket. Satoransky's gone 50% so far. 2 of 4 shooting. There's the pick. Outside, Jones. Pass to Bonga. Now, Pokuševski. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game.
After review, at the line for the away team, Ldlc, Partizan.
Some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Defended by Jones. Launches it. Pass to Medu. Satoransky with it. Beyond the arc. Goes up again. And Hernan Gomez with the lay-in. And Gomez has got 6.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's the screen. Jones drives in. Good D by Parker.
Not his best efficiency this quarter. Look, sometimes that's how it goes.
Pass to Satoransky. Now Hernan Gomez. Back to Satoransky. Hernan Gomez with a screen for Satoransky. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. .133 left to play here in the third. Outside, Jones. And a miss there on the triple.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And there's the call on Jones. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 1:10 left to play in the third. To the left wing. Clock at 6. And then Gomez a screen. There's Satoransky.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
The height and quickness of Ldlc often puts defenders in tough spots. Hard to guard sometimes without fouling.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Sadoronsky. His three-pointers off the mark.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Jones kicks to Davies. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Hernan Gomez has got 8 rebounds in this game. Sadoronsky against Jones. Sadoronsky the pass to Medu. Hernan Gomez a screen. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Up by 5. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got Hernan Gomez, Parker out there with Medu, and it's Sadoronsky in at point guard. Sadoronsky's gone 2 for 8, shooting just 25% from the field. Jones, sweet little floater.
Knows it's his job to dish the ball. Ldlc is a floor general you can rely on.
And Sadoronsky kicks to Hernan Gomez. Back to Sadoronsky. Parker outside. From deep three-point land. Krzyzewski grabs the miss. Jones with it. He's picked up by Parker. Here's Ldlc. Offensive rebound. From the arc. It's good from long range.
And the key for Ldlc is shooting with confidence, especially when it comes to his perimeter game.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Jones kicks to Ldlc.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Now Washington lets the 3 fly. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
On Friday, then on Sunday.
Shooting for the away team. Jones taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Vesely inside, working on Jones. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Laprovitola, and Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 4 rebounds in this game. Left side, Brown. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Vesely, and Jones pulls it down. Jones has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stripped away. And here they come. Pushing it up. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Now, here's Washington. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. And he converts the layup.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
They set the pick. Anderson passes to Vesely. And a slam dunk by Vesely.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. 1:43 left to play in the final quarter.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
Pass to Ldlc. To the inside. Boom. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Nice feed inside. Saw the play develop and hit him right when he needed to.
There's the steal. Drives to the hoop. Here is Vessel. Here's Ldlc. He's covered by Washington. Shot clock at 6. Here's Henderson. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
And here is Washington.
Old team foul. Number 8. Second personal foul for team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Washington Jr. Taking 2 shots.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead. 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Sadaransky, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
Brown outside. With the drive. Rebound by Parker.
Can't waste any time here.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
Good! There's 14 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Here's Washington. It counts!
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother.
Wednesday night's NBA action here on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter, Ldlc. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Harrison, covered by Saturansky. Pass to Harrison. 4 on the clock. Here's DeColo. And the jumper is good at the free throw line.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Knocked away. In transition. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
He was way ahead of the pack. No one around to contest. He can do anything he wants in that situation.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
To the inside. Shot's good by Metu.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's DeColo. Lets it go from deep. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Saturansky right side. Back to Metu. Pass to Parker. 6 on the shot clock. Fires at the elbow. And it's Metu missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Here's Harrison. The layup off target. Here's Saturansky. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
And they pick up 2.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Saturansky outside. There's a screen by Metu. 5 on the clock. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Fires top of the key, and they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Here's Harrison. Here's Nicolo. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
I guess you don't need two hands when one will suffice.
Hey, as long as you don't lose control.
Yeah, I like the variety, though. Nice to switch it up.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Here's Nicolo. 1:19 left to play in the first. Pass to Agenta. Clock at 4. Here's Nicolo. He's got 6. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. Nicolo's got 9.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Satoransky passes to Metu. There's 48 seconds left to play in the first.
First personal foul. First team foul.
46 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Chalk up 2 there.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Here's Nicolo. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
No good with a layup.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. With the drive. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
And here's Parker. No points so far. And Parker throws it down.
Oh, I love this guy. Even when they're trailing, he works hard to put on a show.
Hey, that might be just what they need right now.
I agree. I mean, now's when they need a spark the most.
And so the first quarter is in the books. Leading by 5. Don't go away. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area. Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside. I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
They've got Maladon, and it's Black in at the 5. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
LaMelo Ball is such an instinctive playmaker. Talking about his approach, he said, I'm just making it up. I see someone, I throw it, whatever comes to mind. Brian, the way he sees the game makes him box office attraction.
I like it. It's that new school flair with a game that harkens back to some of the greats. He's special to watch, Allie. Poke loose. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. The rebound by Jackson. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Here's Lee. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the paint. Three-pointer. Misses again. Now 0 for 3. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter. Count it. Good.
No defensive pressure at all. I mean, that's not going to get it done against him.
Lays it up and banks it in. Lee's got his first bucket in this one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Vesely. The three is up. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Black. Jackson against Anderson. Jackson surveying the D. Out to the right wing. Malador, pass to Jackson. Pass to Lee. Beyond the arc. Yes! And a nice assist from Jackson.
3 points.
Lee's got 5 points now this quarter.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Launches it from deep. Oh, he missed it. Making him 1 for 2 now.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that three a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
And there's the whistle. And I think that was a clear path foul there. Yep, the offense will get 1 shot at the line and retain possession. First free throw is good. That one's no good. .149 left to play in the half. And there's the screen. Fires the three. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And with the bulk of the season still ahead, let's take a look at how the power rankings are starting to come together. They're having a little bit of trouble right now, hanging in the middle of the league.
When I look at this visiting team, they're fighting their way up into a higher position, trying to put those early season issues behind them and get where they believe they belong.
Lee on the way. .127 left in the first half of basketball. Fires the three. The shot that time not on target. Lee's gone just 1 for 4 from deep. And count that. 2 points and a chance for 1 more at the line.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
There's a minute 12 left in the first half of this one. And a missed layup.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Fires it. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
They need everyone clicking here. Unfortunately, this game has gone the other direction.
Jackson the screen.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the second period. He was all alone on that one. Lee's got 8 points.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
From deep three-point land. That one's off. He's 1 for 6.
His struggles this quarter are self-evident, and the team just continues to suffer for it.
Plenty of space. He hits the back iron and sinks it. 10 points for him.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Anderson with a screen. Driving in. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
The clock runs out, and we are headed to halftime. They're up 7, and we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
I've been really impressed watching him. I mean, he's facilitated.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a rocky start for the home team.
I thought
Glad you could join us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We've got Willie Hernan Gomez, and it's Metu in at the 4. Saturansky outside. Three-pointer. Knocks down the long J.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Harrison, covered by Saturansky, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Saturansky outside, pass to Metu. Back to Saturansky. The three-pointer off the mark. Here's DeColo. He's got 13. Here's Harrison. There's a screen. Here's Schofield. Sinks the tray. Schofield's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Parker outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Down low. Pass to Schofield. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Good on the second one. And if they're going to make a move, this is a good time to start.
And there's still plenty of time, but they definitely don't want to let this game get too far out of hand.
Now here's Saturansky. The D's right on him. 6 on the shot clock. Metu, pass to Hernan Gomez. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul, first team foul.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And so he hits both.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
Here's DeColo. 13 points in the game. A miss there. Still shooting 6 for 9, though. Here's Parker. Connects from downtown. Parker's got 5 points.
Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
Here's Nicolo. Pass to Aginta. Here's Harrison, covered by Saturansky. Here's Nicolo. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. 16 points for him.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Second team foul.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Look out below! You got no chance of defending him right there.
Not that time. He was determined to get those points.
Here's Saturansky. And a miss there on the triple. Saturansky's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Pass to Aginta. They set the screen. The ball's knocked loose.
Ball is turned over.
1:27 left in the third quarter. Saturansky outside. Launches it. Sinks it from distance.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for him the rest of the way.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The 3 ball. Here's Hernan Gomez. Off with the layup. 46 seconds left in the third quarter. And Metu pulls it down. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Harrison. Pass to Schofield. Here's Nicolo from downtown. Pure from 3-point range. Nicolo's got 8 here in this quarter.
Right now, the defense needs to do a better job of closing out on this guy. He's heating up from outside.
Nails it from 3. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Tipped. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Stolen by Jackson. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 7. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Lee, the pass to Black. Back to Lee. Just 4 to shoot from behind the arc. It's hauled in by Fall.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that open.
We've got Jackson, and it's Maladon in at the 2 guard. Pass to Fall. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark.
No excuses, none. I mean, with the defense non-existent, I mean, he has to connect from there.
Lee's gone 6 of 13 here. To the middle. Outside, Anderson launches a 3. It's hauled in by Black. Here's Lee. been wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Over to the wing. Out to the right wing. Here's Vesely. Anderson for three. The shot won't fall. Here's Lee. Jackson outside. Takes a three. Knocks down the triple. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And that one's good. Maladon.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to fall. Here's Vesely. To the left wing. Looking to win the run. It's hauled in by Black. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating them to the spot. Well done.
And there's a pick. No good on the triple.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Jackson gets the bucket.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. We love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Vesely. Has to fall. Looking to get back on track. It's hauled in by Black. Black's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Maladon. They swipe it. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss. Here's Lee. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Well, Clark, we're used to seeing a coaching carousel, but in recent years, even winning teams have changed coaches.
Well, you know, that is true, and at least the profession is getting a pay raise overall. But for teams looking to break through, BA, changing the coach still seems to be the default button that most teams like and are more comfortable pushing.
Here's Lee. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Takes the 3, sinks it from distance. There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Jackson. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
23 seconds left in the game. Anderson can't get it to go. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
From deep three-point land. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Paladon is out there with Harrison, and it's Schofield in at the 4 slot. 6 to shoot. A 3 ball. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Here's Jones. Pass to Ldlc. Fires the 3. Laverne grabs the miss. Ajinça in the post. Davies on him. Harrison scanning the floor. Now Laverne. The tray. Ldlc with the rebound. Outside, Jones. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And that one falls for Jones. And so Jones nails both of them.
Well, you could tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Paladon passes to Ajinça. Here's Harrison. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Jones. Davies kicks to Ldlc. Pass to Bonga. Outside, Jones. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Schofield. Pass to Maladon. To the middle. Here's Harrison. This is his first free throw of the game. First one falls for.
At the line for the away team.
Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Jones. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Pass to Davies. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from it.
Maladon passes to Harrison. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Down low. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Jones looking for an opening to the inside. Bonga gets the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
1:06 left in the first quarter. Pass to Ldlc. Jones kicks to Jones. Laverne grabs the miss. Now here's Maladon, defended by Jones. Ajinça dishes to Laverne. Here's Harrison. They set the screen. Launches a three. Schofield gets the bucket. Schofield's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Jones, the pass to Jones. Here's Bonga. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones. Bonga's got his second bucket of the night.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Jones, the pass to Bonga. Stripped it away. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Leading by just 2. And back with the start of... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
They've got Black. Jackson is out there with Lee, and it's DeColo in at the shooting guard.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Lee outside. Pass to Dekolo. This one for three. Kuszewski grabs the miss. Washington inside. To the middle. They get a hand on it. One-on-one fast break. And it's blocked.
And Poku really outsmarting the opposition that time defensively in the right spot.
Here's Lundberg, guarded by Jackson. That gives them the lead.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Lee against Washington. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. And that one's good. Dekolo.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Here's Lundberg. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Jackson looking around. Here's Lee. Pass to Dekolo. Back to Lee. Over Washington. Lee gets the bucket.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Kuszewski. Misses from close range.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there. It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Pass to Lundberg. Washington against Lee. Washington with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Lundberg. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Lee against Washington. Lee left side. Pass to Dekolo. Lee against Washington. Lee passes to Dekolo. Lundberg grabs the rebound. Guarded by Jackson. Ball's knocked loose. Here's Dekolo. No good on the three. Dekolo's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. There's the pick. Pass to Kuszewski. And it's off from three-point range. Washington against Lee. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, that's excellent. Get the ball down deep inside and cash in on a simple basket.
Washington against Lee. Now, here's Washington. He's guarded closely. Lock at 6. Pass to Lundberg. Off the mark, and the drought continues. It's a 6-point game. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Kept alive. Not going to go that time. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Washington. And the layup's good off the glass. Washington's got 4 points this quarter. 6 seconds left in the first half. Here's Lee. That one's not going to go. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. They lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Attention to center court.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear some?
And focusing now on our current game, it's been a hard-fought battle so far for the visiting team. Thanks for joining us. Now let...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's Ldlc. He has yet to score. Jones is out there with Ldlc. Then it's Jones. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And that's the group for Phil Jackson as we begin the second half.
Well, that helps Ldlc's confidence when he can score like that against very, very strong defense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's Harrison. The 3. And Jones pulls it down. Here's Bonga. Seen by Jones. Bonga, the pass to Jones. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
He usually knocks those shots down with ease. Defense got very fortunate there as they gave him way too much room to get that one off. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Jones sets the pick for Jones. Right wing. Ldlc looking it over. And he lays it straight in. Ldlc's got 5.
Well, Frank looking better and better here on the offensive end.
To the paint. Here's Melodon. He's getting it. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Theo Melodon taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Bonga, the pass to Ldlc. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Pass to Ajinça, and he drives in, softly drops in the floater.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Bonga, covered by Ajinça. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Laverne passes to Harrison. For the 3. And Jones pulls it down. Outside, Jones for the lead. And it's Jones laying it in. Neither side has relented a bit in this back-and-forth affair.
And you can sense the energy in the building already as this game is starting to build towards having a terrific finish.
Melodon passes to Ajinça. And here is Melodon. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Schofield. Now here's Melodon. Another shot, drives to the hoop, and the layup is good. Maladon's got his first points of the game. A tight game here in New York. Now here's Jones, guarded closely. And it's Maladon with the rebound.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range. That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
There's the drive. Here's Laverne. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Laverne's got his second bucket of the game to go. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Jones sets the pick for Jones. Again, the miss by Jones.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Outside, Jones. Pass to Bonga. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 4th assist in this one.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
There's the screen. Here's Harrison, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Here's DeColo, defended by Jones. There's the triple, and that one's good, DeColo. DeColo's got 9 points. Just 4 seconds left in the third. Jones for 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 6, and time to step aside quickly. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
Dakota taking 2 shots. Dakota is under video review under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
During that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Phil Jackson said to the team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks. Lee is screen on Jones. Plays it up and banks it in.
They are just killing them on the interior.
DeColo's gone 4 of 8 from the floor, 50% on the night. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Jones, no luck. Jones has gotten just 1 of 7 of his shots to go. Pass to Black.
It'll be a turnover. Substitution on the court.
Although they're down big right now, Greg, still plenty of time left in this one.
At this point, they got to take it one possession at a time.
Lee in the posts. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Now, Washington. Pass to Lundberg. Black grabs the board. Lundberg's gone 2 of 5 from the floor. Here's DeCola. Back to Lee. Jackson setting the pick here for Lee. Fires from deep. The shot comes out. They need this one. And that's 2 points on the layup. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's DeCola.
Yeah, the defender all over. Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And the first one at the line is good. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man to man, it's hard.
Jackson kicks to Lee. 6 to shoot. It's stolen. Now, here's Washington. That's tipped. Driving in. To the wing right side. His first shot coming late, and that's off the glass and in.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Lee outside. A rebound by Washington.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Okrzyjewski with the ball.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Washington, that's for 2. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Lee going inside. Off target at the rim. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Pass to Washington. Lee with the steal. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lee's gone 40% from the floor in 10 attempts. No good with the layup. Here's DeCola. Fires away from outside. From beyond the arc and then some.
Look, they've earned this victory tonight. Tough to dominate the way they did.
Now, these nights last a long time when you just go out there and you outwork your opponent. You know that that's going to pay dividends. Tonight it's going to come in a win.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. 5 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark. The visiting club takes the win on the road. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA
Welcome to the New Year's Eve festivities here on 2K Sports. We're ready to bring the year to a close in style. I'm Brian Anderson with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. Allie LaForce will be reporting from the sidelines. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Chimezie Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Right side Jones. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Here's Metu. Clock at 4. Inside. And a two-handed jam!
That's just a great pass. Excellent vision to see the open spot in the defense and lead him to the score.
Now here's Jones, covered by Satoransky. Pass to Bonga. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. There's a screen by Metu. From deep. Jones grabs the board. Here's Ntilikina. Parker defending. And a foul called on the way up. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
Taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed. The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
That free throw misses. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Here's Parker. Buries it from 3.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
Pass to Bonga. To the left side wing. Ntilikina. The pass to Jones. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Out to the wing. The open shot by Parker. A good-looking shot from the wing. Parker's got 5 points. Here's Ntilikina. Pass to Bonga. Outside Jones. Just 5 on the clock. The putback. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
1:58 left in the first. Jones grabs the board.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
That one goes in. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. Metu, pass to Hernan Gomez. Clock at 6. Nice open look, but it's no good. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Jones against Parker. And Parker throws it down.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
Here's Ntilikina. No made baskets yet. And it's Bonga missing. 35 seconds left in the opening quarter. Fires from deep. Jones grabs the board. Jones with the ball. Jones sets a screen. Uncovered. And he gets it to go off the front iron.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now here's Saturansky, defended by Jones. Here's Hernan Gomez. Cranked it in off the glass.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Bonga. Here's Ntilikina. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. There's the horn, and it's a close game at the end of 1. And we'll get things started in the... Let's get you back to the action on the floor as the New Year's Eve festivities continue. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
I'll tell you what, throughout the first, They did a great job of just running their offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
Cuts off the pass. Here's Vesely. And here's Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Shot from the top of the key. It's deflected. All by himself. Moving it up. Offline with a 3. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. That's to Lundberg. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Picked by Pokashevsky. Lundberg's shot is off. Here's Fall. No points yet. Here's Vesely. Pokashevsky covering. Pass to Anderson. The 3. Pure from three-point range.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Here's Lundberg. And here's Pokashevsky. Here's Lundberg. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Off target from three-point range.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
On Friday, then on Monday.
And that game against Athens, this is one we've all been waiting for. Two of the best teams in the league going at it. And you know whoever wins is going to be viewed as a finals contender.
Washington outside. Puts up a 3. That one no good. Here's Vesely. Pokashevsky covering. And the shot goes in.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Now Washington. No points so far. They set the pick. And it's rejected. Anderson with it. Picked up by Pokashevsky. That one goes. Count it.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Washington outside. Pass to Lundberg to end the run. It's hauled in by Fall. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Drills it from deep. He's got 5.
And they're building up steam, getting out in front and trying not to look back.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
Driving inside. Lundberg's shot is off.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
They get it back. He shoots again. And the layup is up and in.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Washington left side. A shot from the low post is good. There's 45 seconds left in the second quarter. Oh, it's stolen away. Here's Lundberg. And he lays it in off the breakaway. Lundberg's got his first points in this one.
That'll definitely steal away some momentum, stripping them of the ball and then grabbing the bucket.
Pass to Fall. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Launches it from deep. Anderson pulls it down.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
They get it back. Here's Fall. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Incredible work right there on the glass. Just doing all he can to extend that lead.
Hey, once you got him on the ropes, keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of hope.
And that concludes the first half. They lead by 12. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Well, fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when... And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the home team.
Well,
that's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And it's Jones in at power forward. Satoransky passes to Metu, and down it goes. 2 points. Metu's gotten his second bucket.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Chimezi Metu out there with Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the point.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And it's Jones in at the 4. Jones with the block. Willie Hernan-Gomez is out there with Chimezi Metu. And it's Satoransky in at point guard.
Away team foul. Cody, first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the visiting team. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Bunga on the take. Tries again. Hernan-Gomez with a rebound. Hernan-Gomez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And it's Ntilikina in at the shooting guard position. Back to Satoransky. Jones grabs the board.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
We've got Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the 1 spot. Jones against Parker. Jones feels it out. Hernan-Gomez with a rebound. Hernan-Gomez has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
Well, halftime is supposed to be for adjustments. I'm sure this isn't what they had in mind.
And it's Ntilikina in at the 2 guard.
They've come out a little cold after that halftime break. Just 1 of 5 from the field to start the third quarter.
We've got Chimezi Metu. He's out there with Willie Hernan-Gomez. And it's Parker in at small forward. There's a screen by Metu to the paint. And stolen by Jones. He's got a clear path to stop the drought. And he jams it home with authority.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Satoransky with it. He's picked up by Jones. Hernan-Gomez, the pass to Satoransky. They get it again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. And coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants...
For the away team, Willie Hernan-Gomez.
challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he sinks the second. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Jones. An easy 2 on the layup. Jones has got his second bucket on the night.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Now here's Parker. 7 points in the game. Nails the baby hook. Metu's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Ntilikina. And Metu pulls it down.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Parker. Soft touch off the glass. Parker's got 9.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Second half here, and we're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Jones. That shot off the mark. Great D that time from Saturansky. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, Paolo Banchero grew up in Seattle playing pros every summer, and that gave him a huge leg up in the NBA. He said, quote, "They'd always tell me it's not as hard as you think. You just have to be focused and locked in." That's what led to me having that demeanor. Brian?
The 2023 Rookie of the Year, Allie. He hit the ground running. The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:11 left in the third. Outside Jones. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul.
That's good from Jones.
At the line for 2, Jones.
Jones hits them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
There's 57 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pass to Saturansky. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Substitution on the court.
.44 seconds left to play in the third. Jones with the ball. He's got 6. That's good from Jones. And the assist from Jones. Jones has got 4 points this quarter. Defended by Jones. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Drives to the hoop. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here. So he gets them both. The visitors with the ball. They set a pick. Defended by Jones. And the 3 off target. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. They lead by 13. And we're coming back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And it's Jones in at the point, using his post moves to get the 2 points. Jones has gotten all 3 of his shots to fall, 3 for 3. Defended by Jones. Pass to fall. And stolen by Jones. And here they come. Here's Bonga. And that one is hammered home.
Huge size disadvantage for the defense. Might as well just get out of the way.
And he drives in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Ldlc outside Jones. And it's off from three-point range.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Now here's Jones. Tight defense on him. Here's the 3. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Fall. And the layup is good off the glass. So it's the home team now. 15-point game. Pass to Bonga. Jones with the ball. Out left to the wing. Here's Ldlc. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Ldlc's gotten his first bucket of the night.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Jones grabs the board. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Outside Jones. Pass to Ldlc. Just 3 to shoot. That's good. And it's Jones with the assist.
Well, that's a terrific kick-out pass. When the defense collapses like that on the inside, you've got open people outside.
Here's Fall. Defended by Jones. Missed it there. He's 4 for 9 now. Here's Ldlc driving in. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
Defended by Jones. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, good whistle there.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up by 9. Both shots good from the strike. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. And the layup is good. A minute and a half left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Jones sets a screen. Jones' shot is good. Jones has gone 4 for 4 shooting tonight. Pass to Hernan Gomez. A minute 9 left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Parker, a screen on Jones. Here's Hernan Gomez. Basket's good.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Jones misses. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Shot from the wing. Jones grabs the board. Here's Bonga. That one doesn't drop. Excellent D there from Parker. Pass to Metu. That shot missing. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and
Everyone, welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Parker, Hernan Gomez out there with Medu, and it's Satoransky in at the point. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. That's tipped. Parker, right side. Good on the three-point shot.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Satoransky, the pass to Medu. Out to the wing. Fires the 3. The shot, no good. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Schofield passes to Ajinça. Here's Harrison, three-pointer. They grabbed their own miss. Out to the right wing. Here's Schofield, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Driving the lane, the shot by Satoransky, no good. The shot by Melodon, no good. Now, here's Satoransky. Defense is right there. Covered by Ajinça. Pulls up. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. Here's Schofield. Hernan Gomez covering. The shot by Schofield, no good.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Laverne grabs the miss. And little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Harrison, and there's the drive. Pass to Maledon. They set the screen. Buries it down low. Satoransky with it. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Medu. To the wing right side. And Satoransky kicks to Hernan Gomez. Medu can't hit. Now here's Maledon. Inside. Laverne. And Laverne throws it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And it's Parker at the elbow. Pass to Medu. The three. Laverne grabs the miss. Laverne's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They set the pick. Here's Schofield. Drains the three-pointer. Schofield's got his second bucket tonight.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Parker outside. To halt the run. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pass to Maledon. And he uses the glass on the layup. Maledon's got his second best.
And beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
Parker taking 2 shots.
And this is the time.
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
Stands.
Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The first one falls. And Parker drops them both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Here's Harrison. Satoransky covering. Schofield passes to Harrison. The shot's good.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Pass to Medu. Hernan Gomez kicks to Satoransky. From outside, off the mark. To the left wing. He takes it in. Maledon with the bucket. Maledon's got 6 points.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Wow, they've come out strong. Control the pace, assert their will. Nice.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
They just came into this game with the mindset of sharing the basketball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
They've got Fall, and it's Anderson in at the 3 slot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
To the wing on the left. Lee outside.
Away team foul. Anderson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Lee. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. No good from outside. And here is Vesely. It's deflected. Anderson passes to Vesely. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Laprovitola, covered by Lee. Laprovitola, no good. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Lee outside. Here's the floater. He lays it in. Lee's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Anderson outside. Down low. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now here's Lee. Up and in on the layup. Lee's got 4 points this quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Laprovitola. Hasn't made one yet. Good work there as it goes.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
Here's Jackson. The rebound by Anderson.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
Well, it's hard to imagine that the play was designed to go in that direction. Boy, I'd be surprised if we see that again. Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Lee passes to Deco. Anderson wide open. Off target from three-point range.
And they continue to control the glass.
Lee goes in, and yes, it's good. Lee's got 6 points.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Pass to Fall. From downtown, that one doesn't drop. Vesely with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Through the contact from long range, and he almost got the hoop to fall. Instead, he'll shoot 3 at the line.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
And he's good on the first of 3. Well, Doris, both you and I have been covering this NBA for a few years. Just a few years. What do you think of the direction of the league right now?
Just a couple, Kevin. I love it. The league is faster, it's longer, it's more skilled. Scoring is up. There's a crop of young stars. I think the league is in such an exciting place.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
To the middle. Off with the layup. 1:15 left now here in the second. Here's DeColo. Off target with his 3. Now Vesely. Still scoreless. Basket good.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
59 seconds left to play here in the half. They set the pick. Lee. Rebound by Vesely. Here's Fall. To the inside.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
First personal foul, second team foul.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And the home team has possession. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Lee, that's good. Lee's got 10 points.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Fall passes to Vesely. Here's Fall. It's deflected.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
The drive by Lee. Outside for Jackson. He got it up. Oh, he nails it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters. Well, you cannot do it better than that.
That'll do it for the first half. Up by 12. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
They're doing a nice job of getting their feet wet in the paint. I like the aggression, powering it up and sending it down.
And looking ahead tonight, here are the upcoming games we're looking forward to. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Lee really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Harrison out there with Meladon. And it's Ajinça in at the 3 spot. Parker out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at the point guard position. Here's Schofield. Back to Harrison. Over Parker. The shot by Harrison, no good.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
They've got Harrison. He's out there with Meladon. And it's Ajinça in at the 3. We've got Hernan Gomez. He's out there with Parker. Medu is out there with Satoransky. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. For 3. Harrison with the rebound. Satoransky's gone 1 of 4 so far. There's the pick. Pass to Laverne. Lets it go with the 3. Schofield gets the bucket. Schofield's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And not the tightest D right there. And he's going to punish you if you give him that much space. That 3-point shot is his bread and butter. And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. For the NBA, content continues to be king. Commissioner Adam Silver says the biggest issue for streaming services is what's called churn. To cancel is just a click. So it's more pay for play these days. We have to focus on people staying with you and having great content throughout the year. Kevin?
Yeah, you know, he's doing a great job, isn't he, David? Thank you so much. Now, here's Laverne. And he drops it in from the low post. Laverne's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Here's Harrison. Satoransky covering. Laverne down low. Hernan Gomez on him. Clock at 6. Meladon passes to Schofield. And the 3 ball is good. Schofield's got 11 points.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pass.
Satoransky, the pass to Hernan Gomez.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. There's a screen. Harrison kicks to Laverne. And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Harrison scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. He's got 8.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Now here's Satoransky. He's tightly guarded to the paint. Laverne with the steal. Now here's Meladon. Satoransky covering. Meladon with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Satoransky the pass to Medu, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Stolen by Satoransky. Parker right side, shoots the 3, drills it from outside.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Harrison kicks to Laverne. Here's the screen. Pass to Schofield. To the left side wing. On the clock. Takes a 3. Satoransky grabs the miss. From deep three-point land. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Leading by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And the home team has possession. They've got Jackson. Lee out there with Black. And it's DeColo in at the shooting guard position.
Away team foul.
On Tuesday, then on Thursday.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different...
The previous play is under review.
Determined.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Anderson outside. Down low, poked away. Here's DeColo. Out to Lee. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pass to DeColo. Lays it up off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
DeColo's gone 2 of 4 from the field. And here's Anderson from the arc. Black grabs the board.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Jackson from long range. No good. Shot missing. Anderson outside. Right wing. Pass to Laprovitola. Over Lee. Here's Laprovitola, covered by Lee. Just 4 to shoot. Tries it from 19. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's DeColo. He's covered by Anderson. There's a good screen. Lee passes to DeColo. He gets it in there.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Anderson outside. Pass to Vesely. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jackson. On the wing, Lee. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Missed inside. To the middle. Black kicks to DeColo. Lee outside. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
Here's Laprovitola to the inside. Lee outside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
First personal foul, first team foul.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2, Lee.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
Laprovitola, no good. On the wing, Lee hits the three-point bomb. Lee's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Pass to DeColo. From outside the arc. Rebound by Vesely. DeColo's gone 1 of 4 from distance. Inside. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Black. Out left to the wing. Here's DeColo. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, major defensive lapse on that trip, leaving him all alone in three-point territory, and he drills it.
And it's Vesely missing. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Anderson with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson to the left side wing. Laprovitola. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's DeColo. Launches from deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And so they get the victory here at home. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
Action. It's coming up. This is Brian Anderson, joined by Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. Allie LaForce will be our reporter from the sideline. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. And it's Jones in at the shooting guard position. It's good. Here's Harrison. Pass to Schofield. Here's Laverne. There's the triple. Schofield shot is off. Oh, swiped away. Here's Harrison, defended by Jones. To the wing on the left. Schofield knocks it down from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the Schofield's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc. Pass
Pass to Ntilikina. Picked it out of midair. Here's the break. Here's Harrison, defended by Jones.
Away team foul. Manga. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ajinça. Pass to Harrison. Here's Schofield. Wide open. The shot no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance. I don't know if he got in his own head there or what, because the defense can't really take credit for that miss.
Ntilikina misses. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Here's Harrison. And he makes it on the layup.
I like that. Punch it inside. You usually end up with a good shot and or get fouled.
Jones sets a screen. Jones, the pass to Jones. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Harrison, defended by Jones. Pass to Maledon, to the wing, right side. Clock at 2. Jones grabs the board. Oh, deflected. Here's Schofield. And he can't get that one.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Jones, his shot is good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And here's the fast break. A minute 37 left in the first quarter here. Pass to Bonga. The baseline, Jay. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Schofield's shot is off.
He's lost his rhythm completely this quarter, but he's determined to stay after it.
Jones, the pass to Ntilikina. 1:02 left to play in the first. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Harrison, no good. Outside Jones. There's the drive. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. These are his first free throws of the game.
Shooting for the away team.
And he drops the first.
Jones at the line for 2.
Jones hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Schofield, defended by Jones. It's stolen. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. He takes it in. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind. If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Here's Bonga. And that one's good. 11 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Schofield. The 3 is up. That shot off. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Leading by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
On target from range.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Pass to Pokashevsky. Stripped away. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Lee. To the inside. 6 to shoot. Here's DeColo. Fires the 3. Second shot opportunity. The rebound by Lundberg.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Here's Pokashevsky. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. Here's Lee. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2. Here's Lundberg. He's scoreless.
Full team foul. Lee. First personal foul. Second team foul.
For 3. It's hauled in by Black. Here's DeColo. Pokashevsky covering. There's a screen. Pass to Lee. 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Goes back up. Lee on the wing. Here's DeColo. Tries yet again. And he sinks the layup. DeColo's got his first 2 points.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
It's Pokashevsky on the wing. From outside, off the mark. It's been a couple of minutes since they led in this game.
Oh, they'd love to change that here.
For 3. Drains the triple. DeColo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Back to Washington. Pass to Pokashevsky. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Lee. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. We've got 1:55 left to play in the first half. Here's Lundberg, defended by Jackson. Pass to Pokashevsky. No good with the triple.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Second personal foul.
And that one misses. Here's Lundberg, defended by Jackson. Baseline try. Lundberg shot is off.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Counted from distance.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
54 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by Lee.
That scoreless first quarter, that might have woke him up, and he's turned it on here in the second.
Lee's gone 4 of 5 from the floor. Just the one miss. Pass to Washington. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Black. Black's got 4 rebounds in the game. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the right side. Hits a three-pointer. He has 6. Here's Lee. He's got 10. Jackson outside. Uses the glass on the layup.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Pass to Lundberg, puts up a deep 3. Got it up. Ooh, he drains the 3, but let's see. They may need review the play. Teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got it off in time.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket, so no change in the score as we end the quarter.
Good move to review that shot. That was really close to counting.
That'll do it for the first half. Up 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Let's talk about our winner from the Western Conference.
He's been doing big things down in the paint, using his size and power to just...
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the home team.
So they've got some fun.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the...
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. They've got Maladon, and it's Ajinça at the 3. Here's Harrison. Pass to Maladon. Here's Harrison. Clock at 6. Into the lane. It's rebounded by Ldlc. Harrison's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. And it's Bonga in at the small forward position.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Harrison. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. This is his... And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People... Close calls in every game. The NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry. Stumbling to start the second half. 3 straight misses.
Jones, the pass to Ldlc. Tries again. Jones misses.
That is not a bad decision to pull it from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
Here's Maladon. Pass to Schofield. Here's Harrison. Jones grabs the board.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
And so the ball out of bounds. Jones touched it last.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Harrison. It's picked off. And And they're on the break. Outside Jones. Beyond the arc. No good on the shot. Here's Schofield, defended by Jones. A nice shot by Schofield.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc.
A much-needed bucket after clanking their first 4 shots.
Here's the pick. Pass to Aginsa. Over to the left wing. A nice shot by Schofield. Schofield's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Harrison. Takes it inside. Count that bucket.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Trying to make up ground here.
And with plenty of time left, you want to play with urgency, but not desperation.
Pass to Bonga. Jones from outside. He's off on that one.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from Rain. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Schofield. Here's Harrison. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Maledon, defended by Jones. Maledon attacking. Jones grabs the board. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver is highly encouraged by the growth of the game. He said, in addition to being the fastest growing sport in the world, we are the #1 participation team sport in the United States. Boys and girls are playing basketball in record numbers. Love to hear it, Brian.
No doubt. The game's in a great place right now, Allie. Thank you. And that one's good. Maledon.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
Ntilikina misses. Ntilikina's gone just 1 for 4 so far. Pass to Aginsa. Here's Harrison, defended by Jones. Here's Schofield. Jones grabs the board. Jones has got 4 rebounds now.
He's been off. Still, they're up, so not all is lost.
Out to the right wing. Here's Ntilikina. Jones with the ball. Here's Ntilikina. Here's Bonga. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make it.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. They lead by 11. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. And it's Jones in at the 2 spot. They get the rebound. Jackson. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Outside Jones. Pass to Bonga. Here's Ntilikina. From deep. Second chance shot. And it's Jones getting it to go.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played. Here's Lee, and that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Home team foul. Lee. 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
The visitors with the ball, trailing by 13. It's stolen away. And they're on the run. Here's DeColo. 3-pointer off the mark. DeColo's got 1 3-pointer tonight so far in 4 tries. Washington. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. If he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
And it's Jackson on the take.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Pokashevsky. Here's Lundberg. Washington outside. Misses the 3. 4th quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
It's hauled in by Black. Lee, the pass to Jackson. Driving inside. Misses from short range. Here's Lee. He's guarded by Washington. Here's DeColo. There's the 3. He drops it from range.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Black. Black's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. So it's the home team now. Here in the 4th, they've allowed just 4 points. Lee. And he lays it up and in.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Now, we don't pick favorites, Richard. But did you have a favorite road city?
Well, it depends on when you ask me, B.A. I love New York. That's my favorite city. I was born in L.A., but there's nothing like going home to Phoenix, Arizona, where I grew up.
Washington inside. Shot clock at 5. Will it go? Drops in the 3. Washington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Here's DeColo. Back to Lee. Here's DeColo. He's guarded by Washington. 13 feet out. That shot, no good. Here's DeColo. 40 seconds left in the 4th. The shot, no good.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
3rd team foul. At the line.
He's off on the 1st.
2 shots.
He hits the 2nd from the line.
Ooh, you hope that leaving points at the line won't come back to haunt them.
They set the pick. Let's go with a 3. Washington grabs the miss. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Defended by Jackson. Fires away from way outside. fires from way outside. Missed it. And so the home crowd treated to a win. A competitive game. You have to feel like this crowd gave him a little extra edge.